I have the intro jingle for Bernie's vlog stuck in my head. Dun, dun, dun,
Nice.
dun, 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 dun.
All right, and so technically we are live right now, but we're just going to wait for the thing to go black, then we'll actually do the intro.
All right.
Which, by the way, could you open up twitch.tv/Select Star Network Live? Because we actually have people chatting in there as well.
All right, I'll be keeping an eye on the social.
Perfect. All right, Ruth, we're ready whenever you're ready.
Okay, dogs.
Oh, do I need? Oh, I need to have it wider. Okay.
Do you want to count now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2.
God damn it with that fucking transition. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Select Star Network. I am one of your hosts, Justin Larshay, and with me today, I got Mr. Colin C. Burns.
How are you doing, Justin?
You know what? I'm doing pretty fucking good. I am kind of dressed to the nines today.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, I'm not wearing my generic fucking graphic tee and stuff, so I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, today's been a good day. You know, I'm away from the in-laws now, so I'm happy.
Ooh.
I'm kidding.
Ooh.
I'm kidding. I love
Throwing
them.
shade at the in-laws. Classic.
No, they visited for the weekend, and now they left just as I was leaving to come set up the podcast. So kind of like perfect time me saying goodbye and stuff. But there's a lot of stuff that's happened this past week-ish / like last couple of weeks because there's just a lot in the news. I just can't get over it.
Yeah.
So quickly, just to say hi, everybody. Welcome to the podcast, whoever's watching. We do have Colin here on the socials. So if you want to talk to us, we got YouTube Live, and we also got Twitch. So if you're on Twitch, if you're on whichever one, you can talk to us, and we'll be more than happy to chat with you guys. If you guys have a good input. Now, matter at hand. Since our last podcast, there's, like I said, quite a few things that have come out, quite a few events that have been kind of just spread out there. And one of the things, like to start on a downer, not really a downer, yes a downer, Vern Troy. Troy Vern.
Vern Troyer.
Vern Troy. God damn it.
Vern Troyer.
Vern Troyer.
R.I.P., man.
Yes, the gentleman who played both, Paul most known for Mini-Me in the Austin Powers franchise. Yep. Has passed away maybe about a week ago now.
Yep.
It's really, really shitty. From what I understand, unfortunately for me, I've only really known him from the Austin Power movies, right? So Austin Powers, what is that, 2 and 3? Because was he in the first one?
No, he was not in the first one.
Okay, so unfortunately, I didn't know too much of his work. I've seen him in a bunch of reality TV shows. From what I've heard, one of the nicest dudes in the world.
Really?
Yeah, apparently, like
That's good to hear.
he knew how he got famous. He understands the whole like gimmick behind how he got there, and he just loved the fact that he even got there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it's one of those moments where it's like, it sucks that we lose one of these guys because they're one of the good ones in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So it's one of those moments where it's like, fuck me. But have you ever watched anything from Vern Troyer?
Other than
Besides?
Austin Powers?
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to think about it.
No.
I feel like I have to because a lot of dwarf actors end up using those costumes and end up like playing Ewoks and all that kind of stuff. Wasn't he in some of the Harry Potter movies?
You know what?
I think he played like a goblin or something in the Harry Potter movies.
Let's find out now.
Yeah, I will absolutely do that.
Vern Troyer.
Oh, that was him. Damn.
All right, so
He was good
looking
in that.
at
That was
his
cool.
body of work. So died at the age of April 21st, died at the age of 49. Insane. Oh, yeah, he was also in the unfortunate stinker of The Love Guru.
Oh.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he
Ooh,
was
that's
like
unfortunate.
he was the Maple Leafs like general manager or something. I watched that movie.
He would.
Yeah, I watched that fucking
yeah.
movie in Sarnia before Sarnia got a decent movie theater. And it was like the old non-slanted seating and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So like we sat down and we were visiting some friends, my friend and I, and we sat down and I was blocking the view of other people because like I was closer in the mid-range of the seating. The movie was so terrible. It was one of the only movies I've ever fucking walked out on.
Really?
Yeah, like it just clicked in. I'm like, we were watching like this isn't funny. These are really bad dick jokes. These are just really bad. Oh, now they're gonna make little people jokes. I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm out.
Mike Myers has had such a fall from grace. It's so sad.
It's so fucking
he's
weird.
He's capable of so much too, but like maybe that's just his limit. Maybe he reached his comedic limit.
Yeah, so
he didn't have anything else to offer.
In all honesty, Austin Powers, the first one, was a great film.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. The second one was okay. I thought the third one was total garbage. But looking at like all the other ones, so like we have The Love Guru, total stinker. Cat in the Hat.
It's good meme material. That's
yes,
about all it is.
That's pretty much it. Looking from there, I mean, we've got most recognizable Shrek, which I'm going to admit this. Shrek is like a really weird guilty pleasure of mine.
Oh yeah, I can completely understand that.
I don't know what it is.
Absolutely. It's got that weird childish but not exactly child humor too.
Yeah. And it's one of those moments where like I'm watching it and I'm like Sam's like I don't like I want to watch a movie but he doesn't know which one. I'm like, oh, let's just put Shrek on. And then like All Stars plays and stuff, Smash Mouth, and I'm like, okay, like I can get into this.
Or when they get up to the castle and like you know that Lord Farquaad is so tiny or whatever, and then like the castle is so huge and Shrek's like, I think he's compensating for something. And like Donkey's just staring at him, he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
And it just relates so much to when you're actually watching the movie because it's a kid's movie. They're not gonna get it, but you're gonna get it.
Yeah, so it's like one of those moments where I just like I was sitting there and I'm like, fuck, like I like the first one's actually surprisingly good. The second one's actually not bad. Third one is, and then the fourth one I actually enjoyed it again.
I get the third and the fourth one. And was there a fifth one?
No.
Okay, I get the third and fourth one just mixed up all the time.
There's been plans or there's been rumors of a fifth one for years that they're going to make another one. But yeah, so the third one is when Shrek doesn't want to be the king of Far, Far Away.
Oh yeah.
And what he does is he finds like Fiona's like second cousin or something, who's played by Justin Timberlake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then, King Arthur, but he's like a little pipsqueak or whatever. Yeah.
So they try to get him to come over and become the new king and stuff. But then
there's Rumpelstiltskin, who's like a little.
That's
weird.
the fourth one.
Okay.
That's the story of the fourth one where Shrek hates the mundane life, and then he wishes that he could just be an ogre again.
Yeah.
So then Rumpelstiltskin hates the fact that he blames Shrek for his failures.
Yeah. And then you actually see all the other ogres later in the film. Yeah. Yes.
So it's like it's actually not bad. It's got a nice like family's important kind of vision and stuff. And I don't know. I kind of enjoyed it a lot.
Amy, why do I look like I'm fresh out of prison? Amy just commented
because of the haircut.
The haircut.
It's just because of the haircut. That's all it is.
I'm not fresh out of prison.
Wow, Amy, I get all dressed up and you don't say anything about me. Thanks, Amy. Appreciate that, Amy. Amy, what is this? What is? Hold on.
Shout out to my friend Sparkle, by the way.
What is that?
I've been getting comments and I haven't been paying attention. I apologize. Hi, Ian. Hi, Jordan. Or Sparkle. I mean, it's not Ian. We have this friend Ian. His nickname is Sparkle, and he absolutely hates it.
Oh, Jesus. So wait, Ian Young?
No, not
another one of your friends?
Another one of my friends.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Wait, so I was going over the list while we were talking about Shrek of these Vern Troyer films, right?
Yes.
So, hipsters, gangsters, aliens, and geeks. He plays Emperor Dieselchug. Never heard of this film. It's got to be one of those indie like direct-to-video films.
Yeah. I feel like he would have done a lot of those.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. Well, so apparently in the Trailer Park Boys, he played himself in an episode in 2017.
Drunk, high, and unemployed live. Oh yeah, the Trailer Park Boys have done a bunch of like live shows and
that. He played.
That's awesome.
He played
love those.
He played a film. He played a character in a film called Gnome Alone. He plays the gnome. I just want to show you this fucking picture of the gnome alone. Oh, it's terrifying.
That is horrible.
Yeah.
And yet I love it. And I know I will hate, but I will love watching that movie.
Yeah, like so I'm looking at this and like there's not much. Like you said, he's done a lot of. Oh my God, 2.5 Men. He played a circus midget. That's the character's name.
Of course. Fucking course.
Yeah, so like
is that show still on the air?
No, no, that got canceled like years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was to the point where like after Sheen left, they tried I think doing another season and a half or something with Ashton Kutcher.
Yep.
And it just bombed.
Okay. Because I just like stopped paying attention. I was like, I hate Charlie Sheen, Tiger Blood memes and all that, making all those jokes, and I just stopped caring because I never watched the show in the first place.
And then even the son left.
Really?
Yeah, he like went out to like enlisted into the war, or, like into the army or something, and like he just left the show.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, pretty much. It just became down where it was only the one original actor left.
Oh yeah.
So the fucking show tanked.
MacFru petition to bring it back. Let's go. No.
No.
We need less of those sitcoms, man. Yeah. We don't need more.
In all honesty, a sitcom, okay? Multicam sitcom, which one was your favorite that you can remember? Like, what are the ones that really stand out for you?
Friends.
Okay.
I like Friends. I don't think I would like it these days, but I remember liking it as a kid. Home Improvement.
Same here.
Yeah. I liked The Big Bang Theory for like a little while, and then it just got really annoying because I want Sheldon Cooper to die a horrible death. Like, I just despise that character.
Oh, okay.
I hate watching him, and he annoys the shit out of me.
How I Met Your Mother?
Never got into it.
See,
Never
so
got into it.
What I've realized is for myself, a lot of people say this, that Friends, or How I Met Your Mother was very much like Friends. I couldn't fucking watch. I shouldn't say I hated, but I really didn't like watching Friends. But I loved watching How I Met Your Mother.
Really?
Yeah, I don't understand it. It's just one of those things that I was okay with.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just because maybe the characters are a bit more cartoonish in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe
it's
there's just more of those odd recurring jokes that go through How I Met Your Mother as compared to Friends.
So I don't know if Friends did this, but one of the most brilliant things that How I Met Your Mother would do is they would literally set up a joke in, we'll say, season 2, and then in season 7 there's a payoff for it.
Yeah.
So like, and like they would maybe like touch upon it throughout the seasons,
Which would also explain your love for Community. They do that all the time.
Yeah.
Like the whole Beetlejuice thing.
Yeah.
They say the word Beetlejuice 3 times, and after the third time in the series they say it, well, in walks Beetlejuice. It's just, oh man.
Yeah, there's like a lot of those amazing fucking like. Did you know? Okay, so I didn't even think about this in Community in the first season when Pierce he creates the song, the jingle for the community college, like Greendale, like for like their theme song.
Yeah.
He literally talks about air conditioning repair. I didn't even think about this, and then like in 3 or 4 seasons later,
Like, oh, the air conditioning repair school.
yeah, there's Troy with fucking John Goodman and stuff, and all this stuff that was going on. I'm like, watching all in succession. I'm like, oh my god.
One that I didn't even notice until I saw just like a YouTube video of it. Donald Glover makes Troy makes the reference of, "Why am I crying? Did I listen to whatever song by Styx again? Oh, Don't Sail Away by Styx again?" And then what's the song playing in the background? The last time he's seen on screen, Don't Sail Away by Styx.
Yep. Fuck man, that show is so fucking good.
So-
God damn it.
They put so much detail into that show.
Yeah.
That's good writing right there. That is good writing.
And like, what made me laugh too was I think I was talking about this with Lib, was in like we'll say season 4, they talk about season 3, but in a negative way because it's the season that Dan Harmon wasn't a part of.
Oh yeah.
So like they just totally just ignore it. Like they're like just like what happened with this season? They're like what happened like that year? And like characters would be like I don't remember that. I don't know what you're talking about. just ignoring everything that was happening there, the character development.
And didn't they have like the whole year they were canceled and then came back and they referred to it as like, oh, the year with the gas leak that no
Yes.
one remembers?
So fucking good. Oh my god. But yeah, like I'm trying to think like in multicam shows. Again, How I Met Your Mother was a good one for me. When I was younger, yeah, maybe like Full House. But you know what? One that I still think is actually really good is Family Matters with Steve Urkel, and
I didn't watch that one that much.
it was good. It was really, really good. It was one of those moments where like there's a lot of obviously. So this is one of the things that a lot of the black comedy sitcom shows used to do. A lot of comedy, but then they'd swerve into that fucking serious, like sometimes race related like content or just very family like serious stuff where it's like holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, and then they have Night of the Living Urkel, which is like a fucking dummy coming to life and trying to kill everyone.
Yes. I remember only ever watching that show really because whatever channel it was that I would always watch my Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
Pokemon and Jackie Chan Adventures.
Oh my god, Jackie Chan
I love that
Adventures.
show. And so whatever channel I would watch it, at the end of the Saturday morning cartoons,
Family Matters
would be the first show that would play.
Yeah,
So I'd
reruns,
always-
right?
Yeah, exactly. So I would just like watch the first half of the episode or whatever. every
That's
once
like
in a
what?
while.
That's got to be at 11 o'clock, I think, right? 11 o'clock would hit by, and then cartoons would end, and then it's just all like the adult programming that kicks in after.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fucking
So that was my
Christ.
entire that's how I ended up watching Family Matters and Home Improvement and all those shows like that.
Jesus.
Because they were just on after my cartoons. And I was too lazy to get off the couch.
I respect that. I could respect that. Yeah, it's one of those moments. I guess you're 23, right?
I am.
Yeah, you're 23, and I'm 29, turning 30 in about a month. And your reruns were my new sitcoms, my new shows.
Oh, yeah.
So the more I think about it, it always baffles my mind. But then there's people like, we'll say, Lib, who's 19, who might have only watched the tail end, maybe, of Home Improvement.
And because of this age gap, because most of I'm the youngest of my siblings by far.
Okay.
All my siblings are about your age or older.
Okay.
And so there are all these shows that they would always talk about that I would never heard of. Like, I had never watched Boy Meets World until I was well into my teens, and I actually said that, and my sister was like, "What?
What's wrong with
You
you?
haven't actually watched it?" I was
Why would I watch it?
Yeah, it was never on. It was never new. Oh, Mac for bringing up Arrested Development, fantastic series.
But that's not that's a single cam show.
Yeah, I think you might have met with our community.
Oh, everything else we're thrown in there.
Yes.
So yeah, I've never actually watched a single episode of Arrested Development.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many of those so many of those jokes. The newest season is kind of meh with it, but the first 3 seasons I think are.
So apparently
phenomenal.
they're coming back.
Yep.
And the schedules have all changed so that everyone can actually you're going to see a lot of the stars on screen together. Because I guess the last season was they pretty much every episode was concentrating on just a certain set of characters.
Yes, it took the premise of a thing that happens, and then two things that happen, and then between them all, each episode focuses on a different person.
Okay.
Between the first and the second thing that happened.
Gotcha.
And we figured they planned it that way because they couldn't get all of them all at the same time.
Well, I mean, fuck, man. A lot of those people got so... Jason Bateman, Michael Cera, a lot of those characters, actors got so popular that, their scheduling must have been just ridiculous trying to get them all on screen,
Will
right?
Arnett.
Oh, yeah, Will Arnett. Yeah, he got huge, especially, after Batman and stuff.
Yeah.
Or the Lego movie, I should say. He really exploded.
Lego Batman. Massively overrated. Massively overrated. Did not care for it.
I think the story was I really liked the relationship between Robin and Batman.
Yeah, I get that.
It was nice, and they even did this nice touching moment in the Lego Batman movie, where Batman or Bruce is looking up at his parents' pictures, and that moment when he's just talking there, and he's like, "Hey mom, hey dad, fought it I saved Gotham again today.
Yeah.
You really you'd be really proud of me." And I'm like, "Oh my god, this is a Lego movie. Why are you making me feel these things?" It was so fucking hard to deal with.
The thing that just got me, it felt like an unnecessary movie.
Yeah.
It felt like I was watching it, and for the first... People always complain about certain movies being just there to sell toys, and I've never really felt that with a lot of movies except for this one. Even the Lego movie, I was like, yeah, it works as a movie. So
surprisingly,
it actually works. It's really creative. It's really enjoyable. But this one, because it lacked that, I did actually feel like I was just watching a Lego commercial, and I was like, I don't care for this.
So the Ninjago film viewed pretty much
didn't even watch it.
Yeah, I see. So the way that you're feeling towards the Batman movie makes me feel. That's how I feel towards the Ninjago film. That really just feels like,
They want to sell more.
Yeah.
And you feel like it probably lacks a lot of the actual heart that you would need to.
Well, because a lot of those
Pacific Rim 2, I've got the same feeling from that. It's
and I'm disappointed because I wanted to watch Pacific Rim 2 Uprising. Right, that's what's called, Uprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a thumbs up from Tyler.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch that one, but I heard a lot of just things about it because the first one was straight up Power Rangers, so I loved it.
Yeah.
Giant mechs fighting giant monsters. What more could you want?
It looked cool.
Yeah.
It was great.
But then this new one, which does it even have Charlie Hunnam and stuff in it?
Nope. No Charlie Hunnam. It has some of the side characters returning. It has Byrne Goen and the guy from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Charlie
Mako Mori.
Oh, okay.
Yep, she comes back in it. And they make references to Idris Elba's character.
Which
and that's it.
Do you think that they are disappointed that they killed off Idris Elba?
Yeah,
knowing
probably.
what they not knowing they had such a fucking amazing character, actor.
It was great timing with his career.
Yeah,
because Idris Elba was on his way up when they cast him, and as that movie came out, was when Idris Elba was exploding and starting to be in all these movies all over the place. And now Idris Elba is a big fucking star, and they're like, oh god, why do we have to kill off that fucking character?
So, and also speaking of Idris Elba.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be my segue towards this. Now, people don't need to worry. People don't need to freak out about this. We are going to talk a little bit about Infinity War, but not so.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. Not even a review. I watched the film this past Friday, and I got to thinking, and I'm like watching all these characters and all this development that happened in the story. I sat there and I'm like, what would be? And it kind of goes into one of the topics that we've had here for a while. What would be the 5 core Marvel films that you would recommend someone to watch who's never watched a single Marvel film before to get ready for Infinity War? And think about it.
5.
Yeah, if you had to pick 5 and 5 only, what would they be? So think about that.
Okay, Iron Man, the first one.
Okay.
Avengers 1, Avengers 2.
Okay.
Jeez. Civil War? Okay, yeah, you have to have that one in there because it's basically an Avengers movie.
Yep.
Then only one more? Damn. Captain America 2?
So here's how I would do it. I would go.
Keep talking, just grab
Yeah. So the way that I would go for it, my first film would be Captain America, the First Avenger, because that's the first time you see an Infinity Stone.
Ah, that makes sense.
You could, as shit as it sounds, you could skip all the Iron Man films, go right to Avengers. Shut up, you. From there, I would go Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, you need that one too.
Yep. You would go to, see again, because it's hard when you try to put 5.
Yeah.
You would
In a
do
movie, well, how many are there now?
Thor. Again,
Really?
Infinity Stone.
I guess.
And number 5, if I had to put one in there, it would be probably Civil War.
Interesting.
That would be the 5 ones to help set
Interesting.
someone up for.
That's a difficult question because what is Infinity War is like the 19th movie in the series. So how do you out
Yeah.
just a quarter of them to use
Yeah.
to watch to get ready for it?
Oh, and I guess you know what? I take in it.
Or Infinity Stone.
Yep. I'm trying to think like just based off the gemstones, what movies you would need to watch to understand what's happening. It would have to be those ones.
Yeah.
Because like at least the first Avengers, they explain kind of what the power of what one of the Infinity Stone does, right? When Loki uses it, and you also get the first introduction of Thanos.
Yeah.
Guardians, again, you get a little bit more character development with Thanos.
Yeah.
Plus more description of one of the Infinity, well, like an actual explanation as to what the Infinity Stones are, because like the Collector does that whole exposition, right?
Yeah.
Where he talks about about the power of them. Thor, because again, well, you know what? You could probably take.
Okay. It's good that you did that. I just noticed that none of the movies you had picked had the Hulk.
I mean, the Hulk's not really important.
Ooh.
He's
Trying to that thing. Shit.
yeah, like he is one of those characters that I think about. Like he fits in the category of Hawkeye and Black Widow. Cool character. Don't get me wrong.
Good character to have, but like not core to the
No.
entire storyline of the Avengers.
They could have
themselves.
not put him in at all, and the movie wouldn't have changed that much.
Yeah, they could have replaced him with some other random side Avenger.
Like, put Black Panther in instead of... Like, if you would have introduced Black Panther in before Hulk or whatever, there you go. It would have been perfect.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is this you slightly?
No.
hinting at me?
I refuse.
Okay.
I will forever refuse to fucking spoil anything like that. I loved Infinity War. I think it was really good. And it's not even because when I Mount Cinema, because it was an IMAX one. I show up there and I try to scan my things like.
I did that with a movie too. What movie did I think I did it with the Gladys.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Shit, wrong theater.
Yeah. I have to look at my purchase. I'm like, shit. So I fucking had to hightail it over the London Cinema on Richmond.
Yeah.
There, a mini intro.
Really?
I've seen films. It already had like one of the first. That's pretty much it.
Okay, it wasn't a place. It was going through all of it. It was still theater. It was theater.
It's one of those moments where, for whatever reason, in my mind, I just thought it was gonna work. Like, oh, this is good. The Westmont one, so it's the one that's got the giant IMAX theater and stuff. But no, apparently it's the goddamn fucking cinema one attached to the Masonville Mall.
The Westmount one is kind of a fancier, smaller one.
Yes.
Because it has that whole VIP thing attached with it.
Which highly overrated. I wouldn't like as much as I love the idea of a dine-in theater. I wouldn't pay. I hate the fact that I have to pay $20 just to get a ticket, and then pay $13. I think it was for a fucking Moscow Mule. Yeah, it's just you're out of your mind.
Okay, two things. Mac wants you to take credit for this idea.
Yeah,
movies
by all
that-
means. It was in the
Thank you,
suggestions.
Mac Fru. Also, the stream's buffering a lot. Like it's
That I have no control over, unfortunately.
yeah, that is just our network.
Yeah, that is
just
internet.
the way it's going for us.
There's a thing that I
Sorry.
could maybe do to help, so I will just temporarily.
Oh, and it's about to become a one-man show here.
Just for a quick
No
second.
pressure for me, just sitting here all alone. But yeah, I think
Most excited to see in Infinity War.
most I did, I'm excited to see some character I've not seen yet. See, the action between and Iron cartoon. Go into it and see like the character I haven't thought of. Like
Okay.
what's Peter Parker meeting Black? So I'm just excited for that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So again, in the chat, if you're just gonna get an auto ban. Like I'm letting you know right now, we're not dealing with any kind
Bring
of
the
garbage.
band hammer down.
Oh fuck yeah! This is a safe place, the place of friends.
Safe place.
But one of the movies we mentioned earlier was A Quiet Place.
Yes.
So myself, you, who was it? Harrison and Mac. We all
Yes.
went to go see A Quiet Place about 2 weeks ago now.
Yep.
Yeah. And
This movie we will spoil.
yeah,
So,
like I said in the pre, if you want to go see it,
yeah,
and
yeah, not really what happened in the movie.
Yeah.
Well,
place that's actually a good starting point. The Quiet Place is the additional attachments to all the other characters. More,
yes.
that's where the
Okay. Is like the way he does it, just the scream, the standing up on.
he had that shriveled, you like you're losing time. So
That was
like
a full-on scream.
yeah,
Bam.
it was so fucking nice. But to me, so when the little kid is playing with the fucking spaceship and like starts doing all that stuff and like everyone stops and turns and runs for him, I'm like, no, don't.
Yeah.
I'm a dad. I'm like, I can't see this. I can't deal with.
And the kid dies.
Yeah, just like whoosh gets swept away. And I'm like,
Yeah. Great acting job by.
what was it? I remember we looked it up. They all have names,
Yeah.
but they don't say it in the
daughter.
fucking movie. But deaf daughter
Yeah.
is actually
Yeah.
the sign language and the extra like you could share. But
Communicating that with her family. That.
now, who I talk about this after, and it's like you watch it, it's great, but then you think seeing some like really weird glaring plot holes in the film, but it's to the point where you're like, well, if I watched it, I enjoyed it. It doesn't matter. The movie did its part. Whatever I think about it afterwards, it's too bad. Like the movie got what it needed from me.
Yeah.
I felt for the characters. I got spooked at certain like parts. I was captivated in that moment. If I would have thought about those plot holes during the film, then that would have been an issue.
Yeah, I kind of was the same way with that new Cloverfield movie.
The Paradox
watching
one?
watching the movie, I was like, oh man, this is really cool. J.J. Abrams' weird goodness, and then I was like literally 2 minutes after the movie ended, I was like, wait a minute, that one scene went no. We didn't explain that, huh? And it just left me with question marks.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I still enjoyed the experience of watching the movie.
Yeah.
Going back to The Quiet Place.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt is phenomenal.
Yes.
Holy shit.
I didn't even know. So from the commercials or the commercial that I saw, I didn't even know that John Krasinski was in the film. I thought this was like an Emily Blunt pick.
Yeah.
Like she was a driving force, which a lot would argue she was the driving force of this film. Like a lot of the physical, emotional, just like acting came from her.
Yeah. Apparently, John Krasinski was telling a story about how when he was going to like pick out an edit suite where he was going to help edit the movie or whatever,
Yeah.
he just ran into another film director who directed Emily on some other movie. I think it's the new Mary Poppins movie.
Okay.
And he like sat him down and was like, you've never acted with your wife. You have no idea how talented the woman you married is. It's going to fucking shock you.
Wow.
And then he was like on set, and one of the first things they filmed was the bathtub scene.
Oh
Where where she's like breaking down, crying, trying not to give birth too loudly.
Yeah.
With the alien in the house, and That was fucking phenomenal, man. Mm-hmm. Like seeing like even the subtleties in her face of just like the fear and the thing behind her, and she did so well in that.
Oh, yeah,
Can't say enough good things about Emily Blunt. A fantastic actress. We love you.
Well, I mean, like seeing her in one of the things that like really caught my eye with her was in Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
like seeing her like play a total badass fucking like militia lady. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure.
There was a movie that there was a part in the Quiet Place that had me kind of giggling because it was just so badass. It was when she had the shock when the truck was coming down the hill.
Oh,
and she just like walks out of the place having just given birth,
just
blood
like,
all over her,
yeah.
holding a shotgun, going out ready to fight if needed to. It's just like, holy shit, that woman is awesome.
So a lot of people look for like strong female protagonists in films and stuff, and I really hope they don't overlook her in this film.
Yeah, because
she does portray like that classic Aliens Sigourney Weaver character, like she, like that massive like I can act, but I can still feel like I have emotions.
Yes.
So like she plays that so well in this film.
That's one thing that I find is kind of being overused in a lot of movies nowadays. You have the action movies that just randomly insert a female character who just like kicks ass, and she's like, oh, look, it's a strong female lead, and you're like, but she's literally just there shooting guns and saying one-liners.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care about her. But with a character like the mother, like her Emily Blunt in A Quiet Place, Emily Blunt in Edge of Tomorrow, you get more investment into her actual character and her actual story. And that's where, in like Sigourney Weaver and Aliens, you actually get investment into
exactly right. I feel dumb because I'm trying to remember her fucking name. Ripley. That's what it is. That's why I called her Sigourney Weaver. I'm like, wait, no, it's not that. But I'm like, I'm going to go with her actual name because I can't remember the character's name. But speaking of aliens, Mr. Titanic, James Cameron, is a bit of a pot of trouble.
He is talking some shit.
Now you have this link. Do you want to give us a breakdown as to what the fuck's going on?
Basically, James Cameron is talking shit to Marvel. He's talking shit about the Avengers. He's talking shit about Kevin Feige. Saying how he hopes like Avenger fatigue sets in. Okay, let me see the actual quote. I'm hoping we'll start getting Avenger fatigue here pretty soon. No, it's not that I don't love the movies. It's just, come on, guys, there are other stories to tell besides hyper-gonadal males without families doing death-defying things for 2 hours and wrecking cities in the process. What?
Is this his fucking whole thing of like women empowerment bullshit again?
Maybe.
Because like he tried talking shit about Wonder Woman, I think, when Wonder Woman came out. Be like, oh, people are praising Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, for being like this, like being this empowered woman, blah blah blah. Don't forget that Ripley did it years ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, that's not the point. That there was a woman before Gal Gadot.
There's still not enough.
Yeah,
there's still not that many female leads in these movies.
It's that point of it's been so many years since a lot of like younger women could really attach themselves to an actress or a character like that. You know what I mean? It's that's what people are amazed about. Yes, maybe some people. I remember phrased it as like, "Oh, finally, a supportive character for little girls to look up to." Then yes, like bad wording from the people who said that. But also, you got to keep in mind that a lot of these people who are saying that were not born when Aliens came out and don't watch older movies. Like that's what.
It's nice to have a new character, someone to look at, to go to the movie theater to watch this character and be a part of a cultural phenomenon.
Exactly right.
At it. And it's kind of the same thing happening with African American people and Black Panther.
Yes.
Like they finally Black Panther isn't the first action superhero black lead, but he's a fucking good one in a great movie, and it works really well. Yeah.
It's one of those moments where like it's the perfect storm, right? Right guy, right character, right franchise to just help boost up. Because like you said, there was Blade. Yep. Blade came out with Wesley Snipes, and Blade was this badass, kick some ass, take names fucking kind of character, but he didn't have a lot of depth to him, right? No. You didn't really know much about him except for the fact that he was a half breed. That was pretty much it.
And then there was Spawn, which was
he was a black dude.
Other problems. This is a black dude in an action movie, but the movie itself had this whole set of problems.
Yeah,
even though I do like that movie.
But don't get me wrong, it's an awesome popcorn garbage flick.
Oh yeah, exactly.
John Leguizamo as the clown. Come on, I mean you cannot go wrong with that fucking character.
Oh man,
he was made to play that fucking role. Did you know that in that film, every time you saw him as a clown when he was walking, that's him on his knees? Really? They built the suit, so he had to be like,
oh man,
the entire time on his fucking knees every time you saw him walk. That's insane.
I'm just thinking of the epic rap battles of history now. There was an episode with Santa and his elves, and they had one of the guys go down, and they had like shoes on his knees.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he was just like dancing on his knees.
Was it Epic Lloyd?
Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
of course it was
he plays,
Epic Lloyd.
he plays the elves. And Mac pointing out that James Cameron is making 3 Avatar movies and several Terminator sequels.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So talking about like the garbage recycling fest, like fuck
Yeah.
off, dude.
Yep.
And Terminator has not had a good return since. Look, I'll be nice and say that Terminator Salvation was not bad.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
But Terminator 3 was garbage. Terminator Genesis is total garbage.
Fucking
One of the
terrible
worst.
movie.
That you destroyed a franchise with that.
I'm not the type of person to try to like purposely turn off a movie because I don't want to watch it. I did that with Genesis.
Oh, I fell asleep. I totally like. It was on Netflix. I tried watching it and I fell asleep because I couldn't deal with it anymore.
Yeah, it's pure disappointment.
Yeah. Again, if I would have seen that in theaters, like Love Guru, that would have been one of the movies I would have walked out.
Yeah.
Because like it's so convoluted and it's so just bad.
Yep. And they're trying to make Emilia Clarke's.
Yeah.
They're trying to make her character that strong female character, but it's just falling flat.
Yeah, a lot of people praised her and be like, "Oh my god, like she plays the perfect Sarah Connor," and I'm like, "No,
No.
no."
No.
I'm gonna feel bad because I forget her name right now. But the original actress who played Sarah Connor,
Oh my god.
I know. Every time I'm on air, I feel so dumb because I feel like I fall flat on all the goddamn character name, like the actress names.
Yeah.
Like Sarah Connor is played by
Linda Hamilton.
Linda Hamilton. Thank you. And like she did that was another, you can say another strong female protagonist because she went from in the first Terminator
Yep.
a fearful little, like a frightened little girl, and then by the end of that movie she turns into like a badass.
Yep. And
but
then
then
at the start of T2, she's
fucking total badass.
yeah, exactly. So she did well on those, but then what they did bringing her back with Emilia Clarke, they didn't really do her justice.
No.
Neither her nor Emilia Clarke, who was a fantastic actress.
Yeah,
actually.
I just didn't believe her as a badass like soldier. I didn't go for it. Right.
Yeah.
It's like that's one of the reasons why I had a hard time at the beginning believing Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique at first.
Really?
Yeah, because like I saw her in like the Hunger Games. I'm like, yeah, you're okay, I guess. But then it was like through First Class, I'm like, oh, okay, no, she gets the character and it's working great. But then by fucking Apocalypse, I was like, wow, you're just phoning it in now.
They're phoning it in with that character.
Yeah.
It's not just her. It's the entire X-Men franchise is just more and more phoning it in.
Yeah, it's one of those moments where it's like, I want to say you're trying. I don't know anymore. And then like, yeah, Apocalypse. Like, and it really sucked because they had Oscar Isaac as fucking Apocalypse. Like such like big characters, big fucking action.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna be good, and then
All the Magneto stuff in that movie was
oh
great.
my god, when Magneto loses his family in that fucking
Loses his family and then goes to like the smelting place and then goes to Auschwitz or whatever.
and just
then-
loses his mind.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Michael Fassbender, fantastic actor.
Again, put him in almost any movie and I'll watch it except for the Snowman in Assassin's Creed.
Oh, Assassin's Creed, another movie I turned off.
Really? I didn't even bother.
So boring.
Like
So-
I'm sorry, but there's not a video game movie out there that I want to watch.
Tomb Raider?
Nah, I don't have any interest in it. And I've heard like a lot of people being like, eh.
Yeah, I give it that. I gave it a 6 out of 10, I think.
Yeah. So that it's like it's a good film.
Yeah, it is passable movie.
Yeah.
It is purely passable movie.
Yes, and that's I don't know. If I'm gonna pay for a movie, I don't want just passable. I want something better. What's up?
Okay, Mac's newest comment. Apparently, this new sequel will retcon everything after T2, like the new Halloween movie. I'm still excited, but James Cameron is a cuck. He's a cuck. Oh, man.
How many times though can you rewrite Terminator? Think about it.
I don't...
So Terminator
time travel.
Yeah.
You can recast everything.
Well, like think about it,
Jason
right?
Clarke.
So Terminator 2 was like pretty much the nail in the coffin, right? By Arnold Schwarzenegger killing himself at the end of the film with a thumbs up, he destroys any living proof of the fucking Skynet.
Yeah,
right?
basically.
Terminator 3 comes by, and it's still happening, but they don't explain why it's still happening. It just is. And it skips the timeline of, like, we'll say, again, because I'm not too familiar, but I think Skynet was supposed to go live and kill everyone in 1988. But then in Terminator 3, Skynet goes live in the year 2000 and something, or the year 2000.
Yeah, it's just complete
Yeah.
bullshit.
Garbage. And then
Complete
Salvation, I'm pretty sure Salvation talks about it like it's before even they go back in time.
Yeah.
But they have the technology to have like a hybrid human robot.
Yeah.
And it's like, then why didn't you send this guy back into the fucking past instead of a Terminator? It's all fleshy and shit. It's just like, I don't understand this.
Are they professional?
Yeah, then fucking unfortunately, that's where the Bale fucking meltdown happened.
Oh, man.
Oh, it was just so fucking. It was just so much.
They should have had more of a plan going through that whole franchise.
Oh, yeah.
But they were just winging it. They were flying by the seat of their pants.
Oh yeah, because like, so what happens is a lot of the studios would either buy the franchise or this franchise was about to go out the door for rights, right? The copyright rights, like reasons, they lose the license to the characters because they bought the fucking franchise for X amount of years. So I'm pretty sure that's why Terminator Salvation came out. I think it was because it was going to shift to another company.
Yeah.
Or it got bought by another company, and they got fucking McG to do the film, to produce it.
McG.
I think he might have directed that one too.
He did. He did direct Salvation.
So, I mean, look, I love Supernatural. I think Supernatural is a great series that he helps produce. He's an executive producer on there, and I think he might have directed a couple episodes.
He produced one of my favorite guilty pleasure shows, The O.C. Love
there you go.
What is McG doing these days?
Think about it. He's been kind of all over the place as a producer.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know what to think. I don't know if he's like a very multi-talented person or if he's just taking whatever fucking work he can get.
Yeah, what if it's just like he has a lot of money to spend? Because as an executive producer, like you're given money. You know what I mean? You're funding it pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious is that what's like that's helping that makes him so famous in Hollywood? Is just he's got money to fucking throw out everywhere?
Yeah, maybe.
Like Charlie's Angels, sure, fucking there you go. Charlie's a full throttle, even better. It's like we don't get Bill Murray, fine. We'll get Bernie Mac. It's the same thing.
Oh. He was to direct the reboot of Masters of the Universe, but he dropped out of that.
Masters of the Universe, I mean.
Oh man.
Who would you pick for Masters of the Universe?
Okay, let's see who they have. I'm like down
see who
there's about it.
I don't know. Masters of the Universe is a show or movie that should stay in the 80s.
Yeah.
Because like you got Dolph Lundgren to do it, like you can't get any better than that.
Who the hell is the Knee Brothers? They're directing the movie.
Never heard of the Knee Brothers.
The Knee Brothers.
Like Knee.
Knee.
Okay. What does IMDb say?
They made their feature The Last Romantic.
Never heard of it.
Neither have I. Apparently it's a... What the hell?
It's gonna be one of those low budget fucking...
A shot on DV for under $20,000. Opened at South by Southwest.
That would be why.
Yeah. So, and they're going to be helming a... It's probably going to be $100 million.
Yeah.
Hey, give me a franchise. Just give me like $2 million, like a decent movie.
Yeah. Man, I'm looking at our fucking stream, and our stream is buffering like a madman,
It really is. David S. Goyer is writing it. Kellen Lutz was being...
Company, Sony, listen to the fans where they complain that there was no Venom in the first... So they're
and kind of... You made a complaint when the first came out. You were the psychic stuff. You CG'd all that, so it's not psychic abilities.
Yeah.
It's a symbiote coming out.
And then they show the other shot of shit flying everywhere.
Yeah, and it shows...
Yeah. So I'm okay with that. That's good.
The trailer overall is
a little bit. I hate the fact that they're red. That's a little, but like when you don't have Spider-Man in the story, you like where else can you go with?
You can't just have straight up Bill.
What I appreciate in this is the fact that Venom doesn't have the spider on his chest. Just a lot of goo.
What do you think of the look of Venom?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the face, detail, like goop around him and stuff.
There's like multiple rows of teeth. The texture of the character, I think, looks very.
Was listening to talking about the Venom trailer, and one of them, I can't remember who it was. Tim Geddes, maybe could have been, but in the perception and stuff sounded like is it what we hear in the movie in the trailer, which I agree with. I picture Venom having thousands of voices speaking at once. And he's like saying it's a symbiote, and I'm like, stop it! It's a symbiote. That's all you gotta say. That's all you gotta say. Damn cartoon. Like, symbiote. Like,
and then like when they're on, how the fuck
oh, whatever.
Right.
No one's gonna care.
And no one's gonna care.
Yeah. You know, in post, they're going fuck shit. Not simple. God, it's just wait.
Was directing the first, like he was like looking at the mythology and like what with the Thor story, and at one point he turned and was like, he was talking, was like, do you want to get Marvel fanboys? And he was like, all right, I won't change.
Yeah. Point taken. Oh my god. But yeah, it was reports earlier that Cassidy is going to be in this film. Like,
okay.
It might only be Yo. I don't know. At the end of the film, they hint at between Venom and the city splits itself. Maybe that's what it is, and then that's the voice of Carnage is going to be Woody Harrelson.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, when you look at the trailer, there are multiple canisters of the symbiote.
Yeah.
And they show in the trailer they test it on a bunch of humans. So it's either one of them gets different, so it's not technically a split from Venom, so it's just a different symbiote that has fucking Carnage in it. Or in the trailer, you start seeing where fucking Tom Hardy is trying to kind of argue / people. We don't hit the good people. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So I'm curious to see if
which at the end of the I want that internal struggle being the point of the movie.
So, and a lot of people are hinting on that the moment when you see Venom at the end of the trailer, like fucking transform, and he's like, "We are Venom," and fucking most likely eats the dude's face.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, that's what should happen.
Yes,
that's what the movie is. Not really gonna see Venom until the very end of the film. You're gonna see, like the suit protecting like Eddie Brock.
Yep.
But you're not really going to see full Venom until Tom Hardy loses control and Venom takes over.
Climax, the third act of the movie.
Which is then you could be like, that's when Venom turns into a bad guy.
Yes.
Because he takes over Eddie Brock, and Eddie Brock is just a body now, is just a vessel.
Yeah.
Which could be a thing. And I like the moment where he tries to lift his hand up and it slams back down. Yes. Like, I like that moment. I'm like, all right, this is the internal struggle that I wanted to see. This is really cool. I'm also curious if they're going to do the cancer thing.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to, unless somehow Venom gives Eddie Brock cancer, and they're going to play it that way.
I don't think they will. I think they'll passing reference to it. Maybe they're going to save for a future.
Maybe.
For a Spider-Man Venom crossover.
There has to be.
They're going to be going.
They have to be.
I just want to an MCU or not.
I
will accept either answer. If it's in there, sure. If it's
not
cool, I just want to know because right now. Messages from everyone.
I would love to give you a hint, but I can't.
You can't. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Infinity War, Venom.
No. So there's a lot of stuff that I could say. Again, I don't want to spoil this because there's something I could tell you that would.
Infinity War post.
I right now.
Holy shit!
No, because you're gonna hate me.
Know.
You're gonna hate me.
I have friends who I'm supposed to see Infinity War with, but I'm like. Going to watching myself.
I mean, there's an easy explanation to say yes, it could be in the MCU, or no, it's not in the MCU.
Okay.
There's a very clear delineation that you could get right away. Who just took
Mac Fruit is miss?
Glitch. So that's messed up, and the audio is, or is it when those things happen? Yeah. That's what I'm curious about.
And I am hoping that it's itself.
Well, there.
The laptop that's recording it. It's
no. It could be the hardware. I don't know. It's one of those moments where it's like,
Mac, we're not going to.
Still no.
Infinity War spoilers.
No. I'm just teasing. Calling. That's all I'm doing. God. I would never be that fucking jerk. All right, what else we got as a topic, though? We got a couple of things in there, right? Yes. So, I had issues with Jessica Negri in the past, where and a lot of people think this way, that she sells off of her sex appeal. Or dress up, they take clothing, and then people lose their mind, like they'll buy her merch or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much whoring herself, but pretty much it's would be like whoring yourself out just off your body.
Yeah.
Right? like you see it all the time with like fucking swimsuit models or fucking Victoria's Secret models and all those people.
So your wife's opinion is that she's like a nerdy version of that, like using her nerd fan base.
At first, I think Tracy didn't even believe that she was a nerd. Like she was she wasn't a nerdy person. She thought, because I remember once she watched an Instagram video that I showed her, and it's Jessica just like losing her mind when she goes like, "Argh!" She does like one of those things with the camera, and like her face goes all crazy, like facial expressions. She thought, oh wow, she's just putting an act up to make fucking people happy. So I'm like, all right, let's just watch the doc. Which I don't know if you've ever watched it.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so it's a very good documentary about her, how she started, the bullshit that she gets through with fans, not even fans, just criticizers being like, oh, you don't know nothing about nerd, you're just a big titty girl, like you're just a bimbo.
Yeah, all that kind of shit.
Yeah, blonde who just thinks that she can sell herself. And you watch the documentary, and like, first of all, you see it right away that she clearly has a passion for this stuff. Like from her stories of like how her and her dad way back in New Zealand her brothers would play that on the floor.
Really?
Yeah, to like all over like her fucking armory / like just like items to her like little anime corner in her office. It's like just constant just shit of anime there. Like it's insane type of thing, right? And it's like, god damn, like this is mind-boggling. And then her telling her story and stuff, and at the end of the documentary, Tracy watched it. She's like, yeah, no, obviously she cares about what she does. She's like, I just think that she's perfectly using her body to sell her product. And I'm like, you know what? Yes, in the documentary, she talks about that. She's like, I am proud of the body that I have, that I worked for, so I'm going to show it off. Yeah. And she also says, but this is not to say that anyone can't. You have to look like anyone and become for it. That's what people want. Yeah. So in the documentary too, she shows how players like her, some of them are a little bit, some of them are like just different colors, different everything. It matter as long as you have the passion, will realize that. And then we got talking to her. So she's like, "Well, would you ever do a cosplay?" I'm like, "Absolutely." She's like, "What would you want to do?" I told her once I get in shape, the character that I would love to do a cosplay for is Ganondorf from Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess.
Oh yeah,
like that fucking like sick ass armor and the fucking like he's just a giant brute of a man.
I thought of it for a while, and it's fairly simple, and I think I would fit it pretty well. Is Peter Parker, but like halfway out of the Spider-Man costume.
Oh yeah, so like
I would have like a slightly unbuttoned like short sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
But I would have the Spider-Man shirt and the gloves.
Yeah.
And I would have like a press pass piece saying Peter Parker.
See, that'd be awesome.
And I would carry a camera.
Changing type of thing. Yeah. Yes, I think
Halloween costume based on that.
Oh,
wore a shirt. I had it halfway open and had a Superman T-shirt underneath it. So I was Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Slowly turning into Superman.
That's sweet. Yeah, I think that'd be awesome because then you can have the mask like in the backpack and stuff. Oh, dude, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, fucking, that'd be an amazing cosplay. I'd love to see that.
Yes, I will do that sometime. Maybe next London Comic Con? I'll do that.
There, because that's coming up next. When is London Comic Con? Is it
I have no
in the
idea.
summer or springtime, or is it?
I think
later?
it's already happened this year. I think it's already passed. Oh, it's October.
So it's coming up.
Yeah, it's so.
All right, awesome. All right. People in the stream, just a heads up, I am literally going to stop the stream for a quick second and start it back up. People on Twitch, unfortunately, it's going to be ending the stream on your end. I think it's just the internet here is just crapping out. So we're going to try something. All right, so we're back up.
We're back up? We're back live? Awesome.
Should we give it a quick hot minute? I'll see if that'll make a difference. So I think what's going on is for whatever reason, no, I don't think it's still going to fix it, are you piece of shit? I'm looking at that fucking thing if you don't fucking work. No, it's still going to lag. So it's just something's going on with the internet for whatever reason.
It's just our internet.
Yeah.
We got to reload these pages so that we can see what people are saying, to see what shit people are talking about us. Just kidding, we love you.
All right, and it says it's on air, so it should be working. And did it not go on? All right. Well, I brought down the stream bit quality. So let's see if that's going to make a difference.
Justin, what is this old logo you have on the Twitch? Select Start Network Offline.
Oh, that's something that was designed like a while ago.
Oh, nice.
Okay, it says that we're back on, so let's see if it'll make a difference. It's got it to fucking work, and if not, then we are going to end it early, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a fucking annoyance. It's
I'm on our YouTube page right now. Nothing's.
all right. Give me a second. The video may have just went private.
I get a notification on my phone every time we go live, and I cosplay for skinny guys. Link? I could go as Link.
Might just have to change the title to Leg.
Leg.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Ooh, if I
It's public now.
hmm?
It's public now.
Okay. If I felt like doing a lot of effort for my cosplay, I could do Loki. If I got a wig, I could do a not bad Loki. I could do Joker.
There's
I could do a not bad Joker, I feel.
all right. So the stream is back up and it's set to public instead of private. So that should have fixed the situation for us.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
Select server. Live again.
There we go. Hey, there's
Yay!
us. Let's see if it's gonna make a difference. Oh wait, I should probably unpause that. So yeah, I changed the big width bits, like the stream quality. Still gonna be 720. It's just not gonna be as beautiful as it was before.
Okay, all right.
I was set to 8 megabits before, and I brought it down to 3.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that makes a difference. But we're back.
We're back.
So we were talking about. So was it cosplaying when
Yep.
we left off? Okay.
Cosplaying.
Did you know there's a thing in cosplaying that is pretty much low key cosplaying? I think something like that. I can't remember what the term is. So it's like I'm Spider-Man, but I'm kind of dressed as like a Spider-Man that's like it's by t-shirt and clothes, like very normal clothing,
Okay.
but you still look like the superhero.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember what the term is anymore. But I like apparently it's one of those nice like niches in cosplaying where like people do gender bend characters.
Yeah.
Or like someone will be like, oh, I'm gonna do a gender bend on Superman, so it's Superman that looks like a woman or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, apparently it's this I can't remember what it's called. It's like low key cosplaying, and you're trying, but you're trying to make it look like you're not trying.
Yeah.
Like it's very very
That's
weird.
interesting. I think that's a nice idea for people who like don't have the time or the resources or the money to be able to make these full big awesome costumes.
Yeah.
And they can still feel included. They can still walk around Comic-Con and feel like, oh, I look like Spider-Man. I'm with all these people.
Let's see if I can get the fucking term here.
Okay. Other cosplay. I would like to be the Riddler. I could pull off the Riddler, I feel like. If I got the bowler hat and a cane and a green suit, just give me a tie with a question mark on it.
I mean, wouldn't take much, right? At that point, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah. Though, like a green suit, or being the Joker getting a purple suit, it would have to be real different.
Yeah. Let's see if I can fucking find these low key things on. Nah, I'm not gonna be able to. God damn it. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, it's like this nice little niche market. But anyways, well, we got a couple other topics up there that we can talk.
What do we got? Infinity War box office stuff. That has already broken the record of box office weekend of all time.
Pre-sale already was amazing.
Yeah.
And then I think the estimated, last time I checked, it was just on Saturday. It had done, I think, $225 million worldwide.
The previous record holder was Force Awakens at $247 million.
Oh, okay.
For the whole weekend. Infinity War before the end of the weekend is already at 250.
Oh my god!
So it's already broken the record by a couple million, and it still has multiple days to go. To beat the record.
Oh my god, that is fucking insane, man.
Biggest movie of all time, basically.
I'm wondering if this is the franchise that's gonna make it to $2 billion without any problems.
Maybe.
Like,
Damn.
think about it, because like if it's already at $250 million and it's not even Sunday's not even done yet.
Yeah. Like still the money is still rolling in.
Yeah.
They're still getting an avalanche of cash.
It's at what? 630 million already worldwide? Is that according to Box Office Mojo?
Okay.
Oh my
What was
God!
Force Awakens box office worldwide? Because I knew 249 was like domestic.
600. It's gonna break $1 billion before the fucking weekend is done. It just came out.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Force Awakens made $2.66 billion.
Worldwide?
Yeah. Worldwide total. I'm just wondering like the first weekend.
Oh my god.
First weekend gross. Is that just the States? Because that can't be right.
It could just be the States.
Okay, because I'm
or
looking
North
for
America,
world.
or whatever.
Weekend was 247 million.
So it's
Yeah.
247 million.
Yeah, so that was domestic? Or is that total? That can't be fucking total. It can't be beating it by $400 million.
I mean, it could. This is a series, this is a franchise that's been built up for the last 10 years for this moment.
Avengers is the second highest opening.
Yeah. It's in fucking insane. Also, people in chat, if you're still around, thank you. But also, let me know if the quality has gotten better.
Yeah.
Because I would love, like, the Twitch is done, unfortunately. I
Twitch is
closed
done?
Twitch
All right.
because I think that's another issue that we were having, that it was trying to share between the two. And it
Yeah.
just couldn't fucking deal with it.
Yep. Okay, it's listening 250 on where it had the 247, so I think that's just domestic.
Yeah, it's got to be just domestic. There's no way.
But
But
it's fucking insane.
it's insane. I never would have thought I would see a franchise that would almost make $1 billion worldwide in 3 days. Like, oh my god! And there's still the Chinese market that's gonna come out on. That's gonna come out in. So that's gonna be fucking gangbusters out in China.
There's still me and all the tickets I'm gonna buy.
Like, I'm
who knows
going-
how much I'm gonna spend on this fucking movie?
I'm probably gonna buy another ticket because I need to review it again to get a second opinion.
I feel like I'm gonna need to watch it
Yeah.
twice at least in theaters.
One thing I will admit for Infinity War, I'm not. There's a lot of people that I follow on Twitter, like a lot of friends and stuff. They're like, "Oh my god, I'm all shook up because of the fucking. I'm so shook because of Infinity War." I'm not there. Mostly
You are not
because
shooketh.
I'm not shook. And it's like, look, this podcast is all over the place, so deal with it. This is what we do. But it's the problem that I have of, I think a lot of people are just kind of overhyping it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem. I think if I would have, it's impossible, but if I could have stepped into there without reading anyone's expectations or results.
You're gonna see headlines.
Yeah, like it's
about it.
impossible. But there is a headline I want to talk about, and it's a spoiler it's a spoiler conversation. So I'm not going to talk about what's the contents of the article specifically, but what they talk about it's from fucking the Huffington Post, and I'm just gonna, if I still have it open, hold on a second. Let's see if I can pull this up. And basically, this Huffington Post article talks about how Marvel is putting money in front of storytelling. It's like they're saying that they don't care about the results, of what's happened in the franchise because they just want to make more and more money. Unfortunately, I can't find the article. If I find it again, I'll
I find
post
that
it up.
hard to believe given how much work it's taken to be able to build this universe.
I know, and I'm with you on that one. But the article is like, look, you know that there's a problem because we already know that X character has already been, or this X actor has been signed on to play this X character for 9 movies now, and they've only done 3 of them or 2 of them already. So you know that they're going to come back from blah blah blah, and it's like.
Not many people know that.
So that is my counter argument. How this dude is like, oh, they don't care about this. They just care about business. They don't care about the storytelling. It's like, motherfucker, the only reason some people might know about this is because they've done research and they want to look it up. Like you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm sorry, dude, you might be a fantastic dude, an amazing writer, but this article that you wrote on, be careful if you're looking for it. There are spoilers in there.
No, I'm not
Okay.
looking for that. I'm looking for something else.
Okay. But it's like, you need to understand most normal moviegoers don't go and read, oh, Chris Pratt has signed in for another 12 contract signing for Marvel films. So you know what's going to happen with his character in Infinity War.
Also, Marvel has the money to be able to buy the contracts without using them.
Yes.
They signed Quicksilver on for 3 movies.
And he's only been in one.
Yep, he fucking, spoiler alert for Age of Ultron,
Yeah.
came out how many years ago. They fucking died in the first movie.
It's insane. And then like they even fucking got Michael Rooker to come in, face paint himself.
Be on set.
Yeah, as Yondu in Infinity War, and
And Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok. And guess what? He wasn't in Thor Ragnarok.
Nope.
So like they will do whatever the fuck they want.
They have the money that Marvel can completely fuck with your minds if they want to and lie to you in order to keep their secrets. They
Yeah.
do that.
I mean, they got
Tom Holland didn't even know who he was fighting in some of those scenes.
Well, that's also because motherfucker is a spoiling machine.
Yep. Tyler and I were watching literally a stream he did in which he's like does this big unboxing thing of a secret confidential package, he said, and you see him like looking at all this shit, and then he pulls up a page. On the back of it, it says confidential, keep secret, and then you see him like he's reading it, and then he turns over and he's like, oh shit, and then he like takes the stream down.
Oh my god. As a kid, man, you're like, God, Jesus Christ, Tom, God damn it, you're Spider-Man!
That's why they got Babysitter Benedict with him and all the interviews, everything he does.
Yeah, it's like,
Wait, Tom.
Oh my goodness. It's one of those moments where it's like, you've got to be like, it sucks because like he is a child of technology, right? And he wants to share and all this stuff. And he does, sometimes people that age don't think fast enough. They just react.
And they still don't realize how much money is at play and how big of a thing his life is.
Yeah, it's like you are an important part of a giant machine now.
Yes.
Like you're a cog, but you're an important cog. So you can't be fucking spilling out your grease all over the place by this, knowledge, and sharing it to the world when it's not ready to be shared yet.
Yeah. Like, thankfully it hasn't happened yet. Knocking on wood here, no big actor involved in one of these has died. Like, nothing major, like fucking Jason Momoa or Robert Downey Jr. or some lead in one of these franchises is gonna die someday, and they're gonna be like, shit, what the fuck do we do? We have like 4 movies and like 8 cameos of this person set up for the next 5 years. Yeah. What the fuck do we do?
Well, now they could just deep fake them. Do you ever see those? Did you see that deep fake shit?
Deep fake.
Yeah, so deep fake is it's mostly a very disgusting thing where they take a bunch of footage from any actor or actress, and then they pretty much in like layman terms, superimpose them on a porn star, and then have them in porn scenes, right? So them, having sex or whatever, and it's like Jennifer Lawrence in a sex scene, getting like DP, like bullshit like that, which it's this technology that's like it's a very interesting and very dangerous tool. And there was this thing on, I can't remember someone who did it. I think it's the company who created this. They got footage of Barack Obama talking and like having this whole speech of like, we need to be careful of the effects of this technology because this is the things that can happen. And all they did is they took, I think it was it's not Keegan Michael Key, it's Jordan Peele who does the Barack Obama impersonation, right? So they got him to do these lines sounding like Barack Obama, took this footage and they manipulated the mouth and like the articulation so that he's saying these words, but it looks like Barack Obama saying it. But it's fake. It's completely fake. It's all fabricated. It's all CGI, pretty much.
Yeah.
But this technology is unfortunately being used, like I said, to just throw on to like porn stars and stuff, and like oh my god, Robert Downey Jr. is in a fucking gangbang. Who would have thunk it, right? Shit like that. But they could now use this technology on these stars that you're just talking about. If they die, they could just throw them on a fucking body. And
absolutely, they could. One thing, this kind of ties in nicely with one thing that I've been watching a lot of lately. I've been watching a lot of VFX breakdowns on YouTube.
Okay.
Like, they literally take, like, the plates and they show in detail, like, what they shot, what is VFX, how they built those VFX.
Okay.
Who actually was in a scene, and then, like, showing how they take the models of actors' faces to, like, put on stunt people's and all that stuff. And one thing that kind of, it makes me realize why a lot of these big-budget superhero movies don't get acting nominations for acting or anything like that, because there's so many scenes in there where literally the characters are just not the people. Okay, Logan, I still love this movie.
Yeah,
the entire car chase, almost the whole first thing where he's in the limo trying to escape the thing.
Yeah,
about 50% of that is Hugh Jackman. Yeah, the rest of it is some younger stunt guy who they're actually getting to do all the crashing and all that. And they're filming him doing it, and then they're just CGIing his face.
So does the dude have, like, the dots or, like, a green screen?
No, it's just a dude who vaguely looks like him, who has a passing resemblance to Hugh Jackman.
Oh, okay, so then they can just modify a few things to sell it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of shots of Yondu that just aren't him.
Really?
Really. Like in Guardians 2, there's just a lot of Yondu shots that just straight up aren't him. And there's so many of these that I'm watching through, and I'm thinking, that's why they don't get fucking nominated. Every shot of Black Panther in Civil War. Every single one. They have the dude in the suit doing it.
Yeah.
They completely remove him from the scene, and they completely put in a CGI body. His face, T'Challa's face, is the only not CGI thing.
That doesn't surprise me at all, to be honest.
Like
but God damn it.
When you see like Black Panther doing action stuff, it's not even a stuntman doing it. It's
CG.
They had a stuntman doing it for the other actor's reference.
Yeah.
They took him out CGI completely.
So it's not even so you're saying it's not even a stunt actor in a Black Panther suit. It's just a dude being like, hoo ha ha ha! And then they would CGI a Black Panther model going, hoo ha ha ha!
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and it's not even motion capture. Like you can see like how they changed some details. Like one shot I remember is the shot in the snow when Black Panther's putting his helmet down and walking. They completely took it out, and they even changed the hand position of the helmet so to make it look a certain way.
But you didn't notice it, you know what I mean?
Exactly, because it looks so fucking real, and it's 100% CGI. Like, it will shock you how much of this is CGI. And that's why so many of these, that kind of makes sense now why there's not many acting nominations for this. Because the Academy's looking at these movies thinking...
Bring it in, Tyler. I can't see that from here. Tyler's on screen, everybody.
All right, Tyler.
A Quiet Place sequel in the works. That's true.
Yep, very true.
Yeah, so going back to The Quiet Place for a brief moment, it was already getting greenlit for a sequel, and I know in our group chat, on the SSN group chat, we were making fun of like what is it gonna call, like a quieter place, all that kind of the quietest place.
Too quiet, too place.
Yeah. I remember I wrote it was too quiet, too placiest or something stupid. I don't remember that. No, Jesus Christ. But it's like, I think for A Quiet Place, they're going to turn that into the route of Aliens. Alien to Aliens.
So I just have one more.
Go.
Oh,
God. You can't even finish it.
Live quiet and place hard.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. No. Jesus Christ. This is what we've become.
Yes. Oh, just going back quickly to the VFX breakdown thing. That epic shot of like Thor standing up when he has just lost the eye and there's slow motion lighting all around him. Completely CGI. They didn't even have Chris Hemsworth like standing up looking or whatever. It's 100% CGI.
That is insane.
And most of Hela's body.
Yes, that I did see. Yeah, I remember I was very shocked when I saw that because like even the parts where you see skin isn't Kate Blanchett's skin. It's all CGI.
Yeah.
That blew me away when I saw that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. She's like just walking in a green suit.
Yep, basically. And then they're putting her face on a completely CGI body.
And
they aren't even using her exact motion capture for it. They're manipulating it to make it look certain aesthetic ways.
I am blown away with the technology that we have. And like it's funny because this should kind of like destroy movies for me. But I find it even more and more fascinating because of all these things that I'm seeing and learning in the business.
To me, it's scary because I feel like it's going to give conspiracy theorists and that like
100%.
more ammo of like all this footage of this whatever assassination, whatever this news event is complete fake. It's all CGI, and we can't really say anymore that they can't CGI that because like
it could be possible.
They completely could CGI.
Well, it's
whatever the fuck they want.
It's at that point now where it could literally be someone, one of these like conspiracy nuts who have the money could literally do this. They could fabricate something to the point that it looks so goddamn real that most people will not be able to deny it.
Yeah.
Like unless you get like an industry professional to step in and be like, no, this is how they did this. This is this. Which I mean, not many times has that ever happened.
Yeah.
And like it's going to be mass hysteria of that thing being pushed around and feeding into it. It's just like, so this is one of the final topics I want to talk about. It's on Facebook. On Facebook, I used to be on Facebook a lot. Like I would post things, I would make comments, whatever. I would treat my Facebook page as I would have a Twitter or my Instagram. Like that's where all my information I would put on there and talk to my friends and family on there. I'm out now. I'm taking a break from Facebook because of this specific reason that I'm kind of like it's attached to what we're saying now, where a lot of the people that I have on Facebook are posting these things. One of them was this is a picture from Earth from the 1978. This is a picture of Earth now in 2012. And look what deforestation has done to this fucking planet. Like, we are terrible human beings, blah, 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 blah. I looked at it and I'm like, no, I don't believe it. I go Snopes, which, by the way, Snopes.com, I highly recommend anyone to go there. Yes. This website literally collects all of these internet fads, mysteries, memes, or whatever, like these hoaxes, and will literally put so much information into it, and then
they do their fucking research.
And then they'll let you know, like, well, this is bogus, but or this one, which you think is totally fake, is actually real, and here's the research to back it up. This one thing about the Earth, it's a total fake. So I'm gonna get the time wrong, but it's gonna be like the rich planet, like the rich green Earth that you see of, like, and it's fucking North America and stuff, and South America, was, they'll say, 2008, and it was during the summertime. So it's peak green.
Yeah.
The next one, which was in 2012, which is that time it was real, and it's that brown because it's winter time.
Yeah.
So all the green, all the trees, everything it dies, right? Like the trees go into hibernation. So it's a fucking total fake. And like to my friend who posted this, I'm like, do you know if this is true? Like, well, I send him the Snopes thing on his comments, like, yeah, I didn't do research. I just think it's terrible that this deforestation thing's happening. We should really do something about it. But I'm like, but you're misleading people.
Yes.
And especially in North America, there's not that bad of a deforestation around here.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well. There's a lot of tree planting going on.
Yeah.
So any deforestation that does happen around here, it's made up for. Mostly.
Exactly. Like, we're making an effort. And then he posts another one. This is the one that kind of broke the camel's, like, broke what is it? The straw that broke the camel's back?
The camel's back, yes.
He posts this picture, and it's this thuggin' looking dude, right? Just like fucking chains and stuff, and like baggy pants and all this stuff. It's like, this is Lloyd Jenkins, whatever the fuck his name is. And there's a picture of this little girl. Like, he beats his little daughter. If you see this dude, you should beat the shit out of him. Like, so I'll put a riot against this dude. Let's call the cops. Snopes.com. I research it. It's all of it's a lie.
Yeah.
It's not Lloyd Jenkins. This guy's name's Frankie Muniz. Okay, whatever. Like, whatever.
The guy from Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle.
His dog. He's a thug now.
Yeah, but it's insane, right? But like, this Frankie dude and this little girl are not even connected at all. They're not related. They don't know each other. Nothing. But some piece of shit did this like as a social experiment. Posted this online to see how far he can go and how serious it can get. And it's like, don't you understand that you could ruin someone's life by doing this? And now, because of this mass hysteria of sharing and no fact checking, it comes into my feed, and I see this, and I'm like, I'm out. I can't fucking do it anymore.
Yeah,
I can't deal with this bullshit. So I literally, I went out, I put a post. I'm like, you might see me pop in every now and then with something, either liking someone's page or like feed. But I'm like, I'm done posting. I'm done. It's toxic and it's negative. Yeah. I am over it. And then the only time I'll ever really go on now is on the Facebook page for Select Start Network to promote something. That's as far as I'm going to go. I can't deal with it anymore.
Use it as a business marketing tool. You don't use it as a social news tool.
I'm over it, man.
Yeah.
And it's to the point now, like I said, like I will now use Twitter and Instagram. That is it. That's my social media outreach because I can't deal with it anymore. It's so toxic and misinformed that I'm baffled that I've done this for this long without realizing it. And a lot of the stuff that I've seen too now is a goddamn like the old email chains we used to get. Tag 5 friends for this, and you'll gain superpowers.
All that kind of, like, fuck off of that shit.
Yeah. It just, I've had enough, man. Like, I know this is an old man rant, but it's to the point where, like, I remember I looked at...
It's not an old man rant, because I completely agree with everything you're saying. It's my reasoning for not using Facebook as much. I use it as a tool to, like, connect with people. I don't follow people's news feeds. Yeah. I use it as a way to, like, connect with someone so I have a way to message them. That's literally all I use it for.
You're actually one of the reasons why I stopped using it. Because I remember I went to your page for whatever reason. I looked at it. I'm like, oh, like, the most recent thing that Colin has is he's going to Fanshawe College. That was back in 2017. That was back in in autumn, like in September. And maybe you updated one picture of you with a pint of beer. That's as far as it went.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, motherfucker, like, yes, like, if a young dude can do this and survive, is like socially, there's no reason why I can't fucking do it. Because like you said, you just use Facebook Messenger pretty much.
Yeah, essentially.
So I'm like, fuck it, that's what I'm doing. I can't deal with this. Like, I couldn't deal with it anymore, so I'm out. I don't know if I'm maybe one day I'll come back to it. Yeah. But right now, I'm happy with just fucking Twitter and Instagram.
Yep.
That's all I need.
I completely quit Twitter, and what I did was I made a dummy account. My dummy account is like at 1P203I, some bullshit like that. And I literally just use it, and I just follow news organizations and a handful of celebrities.
There you go.
That's literally all I use Twitter for. I don't tweet at all.
And you don't have to, you know what I mean? It's one of those moments where it's like...
I'm a passive observer of the Twitter world.
See, and like it's one of those moments where like that's what I've become on Facebook.
Yep.
It's just I'm over it. It's past, and I just don't want to deal with that garbage.
And with Facebook Live coming out, and so more and more idiots have access to live streaming
God.
videos and
Yeah.
shit. Oh, like, did you see that guy fucking get shot?
Yes.
On Facebook Live? That was...
The guy gets shot. I've seen the guy who's like a serial killer. He killed multiple people on the Facebook. Like I didn't watch it, but I've heard. I watched like
Yeah.
I've heard about it because I can't deal with those bad people. It just disgusts me, right? And I saw that and I'm like, Facebook needs to regulate their fucking garbage, but they're not going to.
How fucking can you with the
Yeah.
with the capability
With the billions
of people having the capability of live streaming? How can you watch it all?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of the issue that YouTube's having right now, right? With their algorithm trying to show who deserves to get monetized and who's not. Like their algorithms trying to be like, oh no, this is not family friendly content. It can't get monetized, or like it gets demonetized because it somehow breaks one of the like terms of agreements in like on YouTube. You can't win everything.
No,
It's just
you can't. And it's the problem that these big websites have. Too many people have access. Someone's going to abuse it. Some little kids are going to see some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Someone's going to live stream their own death somehow.
Yeah.
It's either we don't have it or you have to let the odd thing like that slip.
Yeah. Or try your hardest. Like they're going to try their hardest to catch up to it, but they might be a few days late. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it's too late, unfortunately. But anyways, I don't want to end on that much of a negative note, but unless you have something else to talk about.
One last quick opinion. Cobra Kai. YouTube Red Karate Kid sequel
Yes,
series.
okay.
Yes.
I'm hoping they're going to do what I think they're going to do, which is they're actually going to show how Daniel-san isn't the good guy. It's going to be Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
I hope that's what they're going to twist it as.
I feel, from the trailer I saw,
Yeah.
I feel like that's how they're going to do
Because it looks like he's trying to redeem himself, and he's just trying to make a good name out of the tiger. It's a tiger, or it's a Cobra Kai gym. Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's like he's trying to redeem it. So I'm hoping that's the twist they're going to take on it. Where Daniel-san is now like, oh, it's this, like this, all everything's gone to his head, and he lost what's important about karate. So I think that'd be a cool twist.
And I think they kind of touched on that in the trailer, how like he's using it in the car commercial.
Yeah.
Because it's like low high prices.
Yeah.
And all that.
And like I think there's like a golf course scene where they're trying to. I always forget the other dude's name. The other character's name. Blonde dude. Like, pardon?
William Zapka.
Is that the actor's name? Yeah. So for William Zapka, they ridicule him and make fun of him at the golf course or wherever they are. So I'm hoping that's the twist they're going to do because I think that'd be very fun. And I mean, the internet is also on Zapka's side.
Yep.
Like ever since like one of the biggest things is like How I Met Your Mother. They're like Barney's like, oh my god, Billy Zabka is actually the real hero of the story. He's like, he's been training for all his life, and this fucking rookie comes by and like makes a total fool of him, blah 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 blah, and like embarrasses him in front of his friends, and it's like, oh yeah, I guess I kind of see that point of view.
My brother made the same point to me talking about Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
Okay.
How like all these Japanese people have their racing culture and everything's fine, and the one guy like has his girlfriend and he's a talented racer and all that, and then the fucking American guy comes in, steals his girlfriend, like crashes a car and like does all this racing and tries to take over and ruins his fucking life.
Oh my god.
That's some villain shit.
Yeah. But with that, everybody, it's about that time that we can say thank you very much for joining us for the Select Start Network. I'm happy that we kind of got the feed fixed at the end. I'm sorry that if it might have been glitchy throughout. Didn't think about it until now. We didn't think the internet was going to crap out today. It happens. But thanks for joining us. If you want to continue following us, you can on youtube.com/liveselectstart. Hit that fucking subscribe button, notification bell, because we are doing more than just podcasts now. We're trying to do Let's Plays. We're going to branch out back to where we do. We want to do live skits, live action skits. I think it's going to be a good time. Other than that, if you want to follow us on Instagram, SSN Larshay, YouTube, or Twitter is, Jesus Christ, twitter.com/selectstartc, I think that's what it is, or SSN Larshay for myself, Colin.
Instagram, Colin C. Burns.
Yep. And you don't see the merch, but we did have merch at the bottom. If you want to support us, besides that, you can always go to tpublic.com/user/Select Start Network, where you can buy the t-shirt that's down there. He's telling me to go down and get the camera on the shirt. If you want to get one of those, there's a t-shirt, baseball tee. There you go. I think Colin's got to try to see if you can pimp that wear out a bit better.
Yes. There you go. Doesn't have.
There we go. There, Spider-Man's not in the way.
There you go.
And then, if you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SelectStartNetwork, that'd be greatly appreciated. We're actually going to start doing this thing with Patreon where the pre-show and post-shows are going to become exclusive Patreon access things.
Ooh.
So if we start getting enough, like pre-show is going to be guaranteed. We're going to have a pre-show for the patrons once we start getting some, like the interest starts building. And then if we get enough, we can also then have a post-show where we can do a Q&A. If anyone has any questions and stuff, we'd be more than happy to answer them.
Absolutely.
So there you
Absolutely.
go. Once again, guys, thank you very much for joining us over at the Select Story Network. I am Justin Larche.
I'm Colin Burns.
And we'll catch you guys next time. Bye!
Bye. We love you.
Oh, look at that fade.
Oh,
the fade. And
there's the
total
dark
darkness.
fade. And dark. There we go.
And then the darkness comes back from the light into the light. And then we have her pretending everything's great and we're going to cut the credits.